not competing, does it hurt your progress?
No.
What?
Well, maybe. I'm not progressing, so.
See, I don't think so at all, because I think what people do, even up until, like, yeah, the spectrum grows as your belt gets darker of what you can accomplish, you're still going to your A game. And you're working on your A game when you're trying to win a tournament. For the most part.
I think, yeah, typically less. Yeah, yes. So that depends on the culture and the coach. So you'll have certain coaches that'll be like, hey, we're just doing a local low-level tournament. We're going to work on these things. I don't care if you win or lose. I just want you to use this so your repertoire is bigger.
I want to see how many people actually pull that off. No, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I think it's awesome, but
I think the better, more competitive schools will do something like that, rather than it's a really big deal that you win this Fuji tournament. Like Fuji's, I think Fuji's great. I think there's fun,
no,
but
it's great, yeah.
But I think you can better utilize it as a way to refine or add to your game. Like you should.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I still think it's more. I don't think it stifles the game by not competing.
No,
I just don't, because I think for the most part, you're going to use your A game. You're going to go with the things you know to try to win, because you do those things the best. And yes, like I said, there's going to be more and more of that the darker your belt gets. And good Lord, Ben's going to talk again.
I like to talk.
He's got ideas.
Well, do you remember when he was drunk on the chat and he wouldn't shut the hell up?
Yep, guess what today is?
It's
I got a microphone today. And drunk. I have another thing. I agree with it does stifle if you don't compete. In the fact that if you don't, you in school or in class or whatever, your gym, whatever you want to call it, you're learning and learning the defense and learning the attack at the same time as everybody else. So everybody knows if you're trying something, they know exactly what you're doing, how you're going to do it, and how they can escape out of it. So you can stalemate sometimes. Yes, maybe not do a tournament, but maybe cross train. You know, maybe go to another gym.
That's
where
a great idea.
They don't
I
know
agree with that. Yeah.
what you're doing. Well, in your class, they know exactly what you're doing. So yes, they might stop you. You know, especially in the lower ranks, they're gonna fight to the death because they know exactly what you're doing. And they don't want you to do it.
Yeah.
Where if you go into a tournament, they have no idea what you're doing. So you can 50% get a move, but if they don't know what you're doing, you could actually still pull it off. Where in the class where they know exactly what you just did, then 50%.
Well, yeah, you're all working on the same thing
so
in the gym. So everyone's kind of doing the same thing. Really good. Croyler's school is really good for that. Like, they work very bit and piece through the branches of a position.
Yeah, funny you say that. He's got this huge whiteboard.
I was going to bring that up, yeah.
And oh, dude. Have you seen the whiteboard?
Yep, I saw it on Memorial Day.
Yeah,
Talked about it.
Yeah. So he's got this whole link tree, basically, of here's where you start, and then here's all the options. Then it goes all these options. But if they do
Haven't you ever looked through his notes?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Oh, you got to see it in full.
I got to see the huge.
Yeah, because I've opened his notes on the computer, and it's much more impressive than when we open it on the phone. You're like, yeah, there's a lot of shit, but when you open it up, it's literally that type of organization. So yeah, it's unbelievable. So, but when you go down to the school with them, you know what branch they're on because all of them are doing it. Like, I've worked through all the guys that we know, and they're all, for the most part, they're at my level around there. All doing the same type of thing because that's what they're working on. So for them to land that on anybody at the school, probably pretty difficult because they're all doing it. But on me, they're like, watch this, Kip. I'm like, fuck.
Funny.
This sucks.
Funny thing. So I was talking to Jen. I'm like, hey, what do you want to work on? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, I want to do a couple things for my legs. I said, if you don't know, then I recommend Chimera Trap from a half guard pass.
Yeah,
I think that's fantastic. I've been kind of utilizing it. I think it works good. It's really fun. So she's like, yeah, cool, sounds good. So I brought that up, and that's kind of what their whole thing was. So they just went through this entire system the entire time.
Yeah.
Right? So I start rolling with his people, and they're messing me up with that. Like I just had an entire private lesson on it, right?
Yeah,
but they got all the way. It's just funny
because they worked up to that. That's the problem. You're like, here's my section.
Just really,
they
funny.
did all the parts to get to that section.
I literally just learned this, and I know what you're doing, and I can't stop it. Like this, it was pretty funny. I'm like, oh my god, I know what you're doing,
and I can't stop it.
Like that.
But yeah, it was a good point. Yeah, for sure.
Paul Elliott chimed in.
Oh God,
Because of
Paul.
course he
just
did.
kidding. Hey, Paul.
Yeah, right. Competition can help focus you. However, individuals can do that on their own if they have the right mindset.
Yay!
I agree.
I agree with
I
that.
think it can absolutely. I was going to. Matter of fact, my point was, I think it can help focus some people. Like some people might need that,
Yeah, some people do.
or it's just good for them.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of get like not even plateau, just like
Plateaued.
like you're just like you're going through the motions, you're kind of not into it, but if you have a competition coming up, that might be the fire that focuses you.
I could see that.
So I think I agree with Paul Elliott 100% on.
I do too. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I got to a point that I just didn't want to go.
Yeah,
at
I
all.
think a lot of people.
So maybe
get
if
there.
I had more of a goal, like a competition, which I never will,
well,
I would go. It's just jiu-jitsu's changed a lot for me, and what I need from it has changed, and I have to. I've had to find why I want to go back, and because I do love it, it's just I have to find my reason for going back. And if I had like a competition or a goal like a competition, then I could definitely see that like driving someone, not me, but to go do it.